I wish more people knew about the Maldives. The geography is fascinating, the capital is one of the most densely populated cities on the planet, and the language has one of the coolest writing systems out there. So let's get into what makes Dhivehi so special. Starting, of course, with the basics. Dhivehi is one of the Indo-Aryan languages, and that means it's related to Hindi, Bangla, Punjabi, and actually more distantly to English as well. Now that being said, Dhivehi is actually one of the most distinct members of that family. It's spoken quite a ways away from the other Indo-Aryan languages, and it actually makes up part of the insular branch of that family, along with Sinhala, which is spoken over in Sri Lanka. Dhivehi itself is spoken across a few dozen different atolls, and while we're at it, you know the word atoll in English actually comes from Dhivehi? Pretty cool, right? And fitting, I would say. But that also means there's a lot of distinct dialects with varying degrees of mutual intelligibility. Speaking broadly though, I can tell you that Dhivehi and Sinhala as well have both been influenced quite a bit by the Dravidian languages, like Tamil and Telugu, which are not at all related to the Indo-Aryan languages but are spoken nearby. Some of the ways you can see this influence in Dhivehi are in the phonology, that is to say what sounds the language uses. Unlike a lot of other Indo-Aryan languages, but like Tamil for example, Dhivehi doesn't distinguish those aspirated consonants, p, t, k, stuff like that. But along with Sinhala, it does distinguish prenasalized consonants like b, the, and g, and that's not even a Dravidian thing, it's just kind of like, oh, okay. And the same goes when we talk about Dhivehi's grammar. Parts of it are recognizably influenced by Dravidian languages, like there's no grammatical gender, for example, which again is unlike a lot of other Indo-Aryan languages. But there's also a lot of things that are very particular to Dhivehi. One of the things I found most interesting is how the copula works, or in very simplified terms, the equivalent of the English word to be. It's the word that links one thing to another, like, this is my book, for example. Now in English, as well as many other languages, the copula is a verb, like to be, or in Spanish you have ser y estar, that kind of thing. But in Dhivehi, it's a suffix that you put on nouns. So in Dhivehi, if you want to say this is my book, instead of using a verb, you actually add a copula suffix onto this. Pretty cool, right? Alright, let's talk about the script. What is going on here? This looks so cool. Well, it's called Thaana, and it's actually one of several writing systems used for Dhivehi throughout its history. Thaana is particularly unique because some of its letters come from Eastern Arabic numerals, like numbers, and then some of them come from a different set of numerals, and then some of them come from who knows? Thaana also combines the features of an alphabet, and then it has a separate letter for every sound, and an abugida, in that vowels are always attached to consonant letters. And it's also written right to left, like Arabic. That's pretty cool. And with that, consider this a very brief introduction to Dhivehi, but I hope this encourages you to look more into it yourself. For the time being, thanks so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and shukriya.